Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss about arthrokinematics. So in the previous class, having been through the osteokinematics, you will be knowing the possible osteokinematics in the lumbar spine. So similarly, now we will see what are the arthrokinematics. So this is what happens in flexion. This is the neutral position. This what happens in flexion, what happens in extension, lateral flexion and rotation. So as you know, we have two joints in the lumbar spine. One is the facet joint, this is the facet joint, and this is the interbody joint. So we are going to discuss about this, what happens in this joint, facet. Similarly here, and what happens in the interbody joint between the two vertebral body. So discussion about the movements happening in this joint is nothing but arthrokinematics. So we'll go one by one. First we will go to flexion. Flexion is a osteokinematic movement. So in this osteokinematic movement, what happens in the joints? As you can see, this is the neutral position. So when the vertebra goes for flexion, we assume that upper vertebra is moving on a lower vertebra. It doesn't mean that this doesn't move, this also moves, but it is relative to higher. Like even similarly, you have a lower vertebra. So this moves on this, and then it goes on then it comes a stable sacrum. So we assume that the lower vertebra is fixed and the upper vertebra is moving. So imagine what happens in flexion. So in flexion, the facet joints, there is a superior movement and anterior movement. As you can see in this diagram, this facet joint moves superiorly and anteriorly away from the facet joint. This is the movement of the facet. What happens to the interbody joint? What happens to the disc? In the disc, there is posterior stretching and anterior compression. And the disc, the nucleus pulposus tends to go posteriorly because see, this is compressed and this is stretched. So there is a push of the nucleus pulposus to go that side. And the ligaments get shortened here. This is the anterior longitudinal ligament gets shortened, and the posterior longitudinal ligament, ligamentum flavum, interspinous ligament, supraspinous ligament get stretched, including the posterior muscles. So what happens in extension? The reverse happens, opposite happens. So what is it? In extension, these are the facets. So in extension, what happens to the facet joint? Again we assume that the upper vertebra is moving on a lower vertebra. So the upper vertebra moves posteriorly and downwards towards the lower vertebra, compressing the facet. It compresses the facet, and the spinous process gets in contact with the lower spinous process. So what happens to the disc? The disc, there is anterior stretching of the disc and posterior compression of the disc, and the nucleus pulposus tends to go anteriorly, and there is a stretching of these ligaments. Anterior longitudinal ligament gets stretched, posterior longitudinal ligament gets shortened, ligamentum flavum gets shortened, and similarly all the other ligament gets shortened. So what will happen to the lateral flexion. So this is a posterior view of the lateral flexion. So what happens in lateral flexion? You can see this is a facet, this is a facet, and this is a facet. This is the left facet. Since this is a posterior view, this is the left facet and this is the right facet. So what happens in that? In example, we take a left lateral flexion, left lateral bending. Again, the lower vertebra is assumed to be fixed and this is moving. See, always remember, it is not fixed, it is moving, but we are assuming it is fixed relatively to the upper vertebra. Again, when you consider the lower vertebra, this moves according to the lower vertebra. So you got my point. Yeah. So left facet goes downwards and the right facet goes upwards, away from the lower vertebra. This towards the lower vertebra. Right flexion, right side flexion, opposite happens. This comes towards and this comes away. What happens to the intervertebral disc? There is shortening of the ipsilateral side. Suppose you are bending this side, ipsilateral side shortening, and contralateral side stretch. This gets stretched. And what happens to the disc? The disc tends to go this side towards the stretch side. It pushes, the compression pushes outwards. And the ligaments, ipsilateral intertransverse ligament gets shortened, contralateral intertransverse ligament gets stretched. Rotation is very difficult to show on diagram, but try to remember superior view. This is a imagine this is the lower vertebra, upper facet of the lower vertebra. This one is lower facet of the upper vertebra. So when there is a rotation, suppose you are rotating like this, so what happens? The facet of the upper vertebra goes and compresses to the other facet, and this one goes away, this facet goes away. Suppose you are rotating left, suppose the rotation is left rotation. So what happens? The right side upper vertebra compresses the lower vertebra and this facet goes away. This again I can explain you with hands or something. I'll try to explain it to you, but this is what the arthrokinematics of the lumbar spine. So these things make it in a table. This will give you a clear picture what happens in the facet and what happens in the interbody joint, what happens in the ligaments. So osteokinematic movements, flexion, extension, lateral flexion, rotation, same thing what I have discussed, the same thing. In the facet what happens? The one thing before this table I will try to explain you with the vertebra. So imagine flexion, neutral position. So flexion, this is flexion. So what happens in flexion? The facet, see the upper facet moves up superiorly and anteriorly away from the lower facet. I am very sorry, you should not call it as lower facet. This is a lower facet of the upper vertebra, this is the upper facet of a lower vertebra. So don't get confused, I will repeat. So always the lower facet of the upper vertebra is moving. So this is the lower facet. So what we have to say? You have to always say upper vertebra moves. So this facet, the lower facet, moves superiorly and anteriorly away from the lower vertebra. If you get confused, you just say lower vertebra and upper vertebra, because when you say lower facet, you might tend to confuse. So in flexion, the upper vertebra facet moves superiorly and anteriorly away from the lower vertebra. Disc, what happens? Disc, there is anterior side compression and posterior side stretch, and the nucleus pulposus tends to go posteriorly. And as usual, the ligaments here, all the ligament gets stretched this side, and this anterior ligament gets shortened. Extension. First we talk about the disc. Facet. This facet, upper, not upper facet. Again, I will repeat. This is the lower facet. So, facet of the upper vertebra moves posteriorly and inferiorly towards the facet of the lower vertebra, like this. So it compresses and the spinous process comes in contact with it. So here in this position, this is the extension position. So what happens here? There is a stretch of the, again first I will come to ligaments. Stretch of the anterior surface of the disc and compression of the posterior side of the disc, and the nucleus pulposus tends to go anteriorly, and then there is a stretching of anterior longitudinal ligament and shortening of all the other posterior ligaments. Yeah. So next, flexion, extension, side flexion. So what is happening in side flexion? This is side flexion. Example, the person is standing facing that side. So this is the posterior and that is the anterior. So suppose this is a left side flexion. So what happens in left side flexion? The contralateral facet moves upwards and the ipsilateral facet moves downwards, as you can see here, like this. So what happens to the disc? The disc, this side gets compressed and this side gets stretched, and the nucleus pulposus tends to go contralaterally. That means side flexion is here, so the disc tends to go the opposite direction. So obvious, it is compression, that side is stretched. So this is the lateral flexion. So what happens in rotation? Rotation is, as you can see, in rotation, this is actually movement is very less, but still you can see in rotation, this is rotation. That means left side, example, left side rotation. So this is rotation. In this, the facet, this facet, that means lower facet of the upper vertebra, goes forwards towards the lower vertebra, and this comes, so that means there will be a compression here, and here what happens, there is a gapping. That means this facet comes away. See, example, you are doing this rotation, so there is a compression here and there is a gapping here. So this facet comes away from the lower vertebra. And the rotation, what happens to the disc? The disc, there is a rotational pressure on the disc. Yeah. So that is the movements. So this table, just whatever I have discussed, it's given the same thing. You can have a screenshot of this and you can go through it whenever it is needed. So again, I'll try to explain it to you with the hands. Especially the rotation. Rotation is important to understand. So the one more way to make you understand the movements of the vertebra. So imagine this is a facet, left facet, right facet. This is the upper vertebra. And imagine this blue board is the lower vertebra, upper facet of the lower vertebra. This is the lower facet of the upper vertebra. So what happens in flexion? Flexion goes, the facet goes away from the lower vertebra. In extension what happens? It goes towards the lower vertebra. And in side flexion example, this is a right side flexion. So in right side flexion what is happening? Right side flexion, the contralateral facet is going up, ipsilateral facet is going down. Come back. And left side flexion, yes, this is left side flexion. Yeah, neutral position. Yeah, now this is important to know the rotation. Now example, take an example of right rotation. No, this is a left rotation. Okay, take the example of a left rotation. In left rotation what is happening? Left rotation is what is happening, contralateral facet is going towards the facet, ipsilateral facet is going away from the lower vertebra. Now we'll do the right rotation. This facet is going towards the lower vertebra and this facet is going away. So this is the right rotation. Yeah.